Hello, Houston. Wow, look at all the people. Good job. I'll tell you what, we haven't been to Texas in a while. I did some WEC shows here too. Texas is the best. You guys are gonna see a kick-ass show tomorrow night, man. So listen, before I bring them out, a couple of things. Since we got such a good crowd here and you guys are all from Texas and we love Texas, we're gonna do a contest. The best question wins a big, I'll send you a big, huge bag of UFC merchandise, all right? So what you wanna do is the 2 microphones right there, line up, and we got about 45 minutes with our guests. So we have a very special guest today. He is the only guy in UFC history to ever knock out Clay Guida. He's got a fight coming up December 14th in Sacramento at the Sleep Train Arena against a guy named Nick Lentz. Ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite guys in the world, Chad Mendes. Now I want you to know, Chad took this on short notice. We had a schedule change. I literally asked him last night at midnight, and he said absolutely. So give him a hand for that.
Thanks, guys. How's everyone doing tonight? Ready for these weigh-ins? I know these fighters are. Everyone's looking lean and mean. Ready to kick some butt tomorrow. So bring on the questions. How you guys doing? All right.
So I'm going to ask the first question while they line up. Tell us about Bang coming to your camp. Dwayne Ludwig coming to Alpha Male. They've been on a tear since.
Yeah, it's been huge for us having Dwayne there. You know, we never really had a head coach. You know, Master Tong was our mitt holder, but, you know, he was Thai, couldn't really speak any English, so a lot of the times
I'm going to attest to that. He speaks no English.
None. So a lot of the times he's trying to tell us what we're doing wrong, and we just give him a blank stare. I don't know what the hell you're telling me right now, but so, I mean, it was basically all of us just kind of helping each other out and, you know, going over the stuff that we thought was correct, and you know, we didn't really have that head coach figure. So Dwayne came in. He's been there for a few months now, and we've just been on a tear. You know, his system, the Bang system it's unbelievable. The guy's a genius when it comes to techniques. You know, breaking things down. He really slows down the technique for us. Goes over everything of why we're doing it. You know, the reason we're doing it, what we're looking for, when we're doing it, and when to hit it. So, you know, we never really did any of that before. Doing a lot of Holland drills, and basically what that is, you know, he'll give a combo, and, you know, you'll just drill it about 40, 50 times. You know, we never did anything like that. In wrestling, that's kind of what we always did. You get a move, and you drill it for, you know, 10, 20, 30 minutes at a time until it's perfected, and then you get into live wrestling, and that's where, you know, you try to implement it and use it. And, you know, we've kind of been doing that a lot with the stand-up part of it, and for me, I know I feel way more confident getting in the octagon and knowing that I've drilled all these techniques, and I can actually just see things a lot better now when I'm actually in there. So for me, it's been huge.
Plus he's cornering you, right?
He is cornering me.
So he's breaking the fight down as you're going through between rounds, right?
Exactly. I mean, he's in there. I mean, he sees things that I can't see sometimes when I'm in there actually fighting, and vice versa. So it's a great team. You know, I have guys like Justin Buckles that also corner me, and Buckles is a guy that I've had in my corner for a long time, and he is also a genius when it comes to the fight game. You know, he watches tons of videos, breaks things down, you know, and is just really obsessed with it, just like Dwayne, and it's a great guy to have in my corner. One other person that I have in my corner that I've had my last 4 fights, I've had 4 knockouts in a row, is my dad. And, you know, I think that, thank you. My dad's been a huge inspiration for me in my life. He got me into wrestling when I was 5 years old and coached me all the way up through high school. So, you know, my dad started training a little bit of Muay Thai and doing a little bit of MMA about a year ago now. And it's cool to see him getting back into shape and, you know, feeling good. So, you know, I said, Dad, how about you corner me one of these fights? And he was kind of nervous a little bit about it. He didn't really know much, but was starting to train a little bit. So, he's like, all right, I'll do it.
Hey, maybe me and your dad can go at it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. 2 old guys, like 2 old wrestlers, you know?
I didn't think he'd say that. Okay, go ahead with your question.
Hey, Chad, thanks for coming out, man. Want to congratulate you on the last winning streak that you've been on. It's been awesome since the Aldo fight. Actually, we flew out here from Colorado for my buddy's birthday, and
Nice.
Thank
awesome.
you, thank you. And we were wondering if we could go down there and get a picture with you or something, man, just for the occasion of my buddy's birthday.
Yeah, we'll tell you what, we'll let you come down after he's done with the Q&A, and we'll get first in line, and we'll give you a picture, all right?
Hey, for sure, man.
Happy birthday.
This guy over here, man.
Awesome, man.
All right, right there.
All right. I just want to start off by saying you're one of my favorite fighters, Chad.
Awesome, thank you.
I was actually at the fight where you dropped Cody McKenzie with that body shot.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I know you're real tight with the guys that you train with, and again, hypothetically, you're one of my favorite fighters. But if you get the Aldo fight, and again, hypothetically, you lose that fight, are you going to separate from the guys you train with now and maybe surround yourself with a new camp?
No, never. I mean, I'll never leave Team Alpha Male. You know, I definitely want that fight with Aldo again, and you know, it's something I'm definitely looking forward to, and I'm training every day for it. So, but no, I would never leave Team Alpha Male. Even if I moved out of the country, I'd still come back for my training camps and train with Team Alpha Male. Man, I love those guys.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yes, you.
First of all, thank you for letting us come. We're so excited to be here.
Thank you.
I'm a mother of 5 boys, and I have my fiance with me, Steven.
Hello,
and
Steven.
we're getting married in June, and we're wondering what it would take for y'all to come to our wedding.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, first off. Where did you say the wedding was at?
It's actually in small town Abilene, Texas.
Texas.
We'll pay whatever.
How about this? Is there any hunting or anything around?
Yes.
All right.
How about bridesmaids?
Tons of bridesmaids. I'll bring the hottest bridesmaids you want.
He's there.
Just come.
All right. We'll talk about it after this. All right. How about that?
Awesome.
All right.
Thank
cool.
you.
All right. How's it going?
Hey, what's up, Chad? Awesome win against Clay Guida, by the way.
Thank you.
Very awesome. Got a couple of questions, or a big question for you. You know, being a WBC vet and also a UFC veteran, describe the feeling, you know, going in for your first matchup in each organization, like the differences and the major differences between each organization for you personally.
Yeah, I remember my first WEC fight was against Eric Koch, who is you know, a top 10 fighter, and that was a tough fight for me. That was honestly the toughest fight I've fought so far. Obviously, the Aldo fight didn't go well, but this one lasted the whole time, so it was just I remember a really grueling fight. You know, it was the first time I'd ever been cut in a fight, and you know, he kicked me right above the eye on, I think it was the last 30 seconds of the fight, cut me wide open. The ref almost stopped it, and I remember begging him, please don't stop it. You know, I'm winning this fight. This is, you know, please don't stop it like this. And you know, I ended up letting it go, but you know, that was a huge jump for me, going from the small organization straight into the WEC against a guy like that, you know. And I remember thinking back, man, this is not an easy sport. Right after that fight, I was like, this is not easy. This is not going to get any easier. I was like, this is, you know, just more motivating for me to get in there and bust my butt even harder. So, you know, training, I just stepped it up another notch, and fought a few more fights in the WEC, and then got the call to the UFC. And, you know, the difference between the two, there wasn't really a whole lot of different. And the atmosphere was pretty much the same. It was just a lot cooler, obviously, because I'm now fighting for the UFC, and maybe the crowds were a little bit bigger. But as far as like pressure and you know, the way things were ran, it's all pretty much exactly the same. So it was a cool experience, and it's definitely something I'm going to look back on and never forget. And it's going to be cool one day if I have kids, to show them and make them proud.
It's awesome.
Cool.
Hey, how many backflips can you do in a row?
A lot.
He promised me he wouldn't do them today, though.
That was a cool video that Uriah posted on Instagram the other day.
Oh, the push-up one? Yeah. I just one day was doing that in the gym, never even practiced it, and just Justin Buckles was, I think it was when the Countdown show was there, and he's like, 360, and I didn't even know what he was talking about. I just like did something spazzed out, and I was like, damn, that was pretty cool, and just started getting crazy with it. So
cool.
Thanks, buddy.
Chad. Thanks, Chad.
All right, next question.
What's up, Chad? I want to know how you feel about you not getting an immediate title shot after you ran through the whole division, you know, and also when you move down in weight, if you do get another title shot and you lose again.
I mean, it kind of bummed me out a little bit that I wasn't getting the title shot, but I mean, this is a business, and I understand why I'm not. You know, Aldo broke his foot, and you know, they're coming to Sacramento, so he wasn't going to be ready in time. And for me, it's, I hate waiting. I'd like to get in there and fight, make some money, and stay sharp and keep everything crisp. So, they offered me to fight with Nick Lentz, and, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fight in front of my hometown, Sacramento, and put on a great show. Hopefully get in there and get another knockout and be the first one in UFC history to get 5 in a row. So that's the goal, and hopefully it happens. And then I'm hoping, I'm praying that that's what's next for me after that. So can't overlook Nick Lentz, though. He's a tough guy. He's coming down from 55s. He's a big featherweight, and he's a grinder. So those guys are always dangerous. So I'm definitely focused.
And you never consider moving down in weight at all?
That's actually something I have considered, and I definitely could. I'm not the biggest 45-pounder. I think I'm probably, medium size for 145s. But I could definitely make 135s if need be. But yeah, I'd like to make another run. Hopefully win the belt at 45s, defend it a few times, and then depending on what my body says, if it allows it, then I'd like to go down to 35s too. But right now, it's 45s is my home, and that's where I'm going after the belt.
All right, man, appreciate it.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi. I actually have 2 questions. My first one is, what do you think is your biggest accomplishment in life? And your second one is, if you fight Aldo, when you do fight Aldo, do you think you'll be doing more of the stand-up and pressure and then maybe getting him down in the later rounds?
For me, my biggest accomplishment in life is probably just being happy. I have a lot of friends, even family members that aren't, and I just see the small town that I'm from, a lot of people that are still there and, had potential to do big things and just never did, or got caught up in drugs and, bad things like that. And I'm just blessed to be able to have the opportunities that I've had and made somewhat of the right choices and gotten where I'm at now. So that's probably my biggest accomplishment. And then as far as the Aldo fight, I mean, there's going to be some things that are definitely different the second time I fight him. My stand-up back then still wasn't, I just was not comfortable with it. I feel a lot more confident and comfortable with it now. And, I definitely would like to mix it up more. I think I'm a completely different fighter. I've seen improvements in his game as well, so it's going to be interesting.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
What's up, buddy?
How's it going, Chad? All right, question. How did you feel after beating Clay Guida? And also, given the chance, could you beat him again?
Clay's one of my buddies. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but, I've known Clay for a long time. Actually, before I even started fighting, I remember watching Clay, and he was one of my favorite fighters. But, me and Clay have been buddies for a long time. He's a big outdoorsman, loves to fish. We're always sending each other fishing pictures and stuff like that. And it was definitely tough for me to get in there and fight one of my buddies. But, like I said earlier, this is all business, and it's something that has to happen. This is entertainment for you guys. So, he's an exciting fighter, and it was an honor for me to get in there and fight him. And it was definitely an awesome experience for me to get in there and finish him the way I did. But, it was tough. Right after the fight, he came into my locker room and brought me some of his cornerman shirt, gave my cornerman some of his cornerman shirts, and it was kind of heart-wrenching a little bit. It was tough to see. He was a little bloody still, and I just gave him a hug and told him, this is business, still love you, man, and we're texting stuff after. So it was tough, but I hope that I never have to fight any of my buddies again. But yeah, I would not like to fight him again, no.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, Chad. Good seeing you again. I actually met you a couple years ago.
How's it going?
Here in Houston, actually.
I remember.
Yeah, cool,
What's up, buddy?
cool. Good deal, man. First of all, I just want to say you were cheated out of the Aldo fight. He clearly grabbed the cage and everything and took away from you a good takedown and everything, so it was going your way and everything. My question is, obviously you're going to fight Nick Lentz next. What if that that fight is actually deemed a fight for the #1 contendership? How would you feel if it's going to be a co-main event, how would you feel about it being a 5-round non-title co-main event, especially when you have a lot of times these fights that are deemed a #1 contender, and the people that are fighting never fought a 5-round title fight. So it would be, it would behoove them to go ahead and, train for 5 rounds. How would you feel about doing that?
I mean, ultimately, I train for 5 rounds every fight anyways, but in my opinion, I don't want to fight 5 rounds if it's not a title fight. I mean, it's already going to be a tough enough fight going 3 rounds.
Yeah.
I train for the 5 anyways. For the 3 rounds, I think that's just going to be added pressure and added nonsense that really doesn't need to happen. But I think overall, I think it would benefit me anyways. I mean, I know my cardio is always great. You know, I have that wrestling mindset of just always trying to break my opponent. So it's not anything that would hurt me, I don't think, but I just don't think it's necessary.
You definitely see Aldo in the future then.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Good job. Good job.
Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Go ahead.
How's it going, man?
What's up? Team Kane in the building.
What are you drinking?
Mountain Dew.
Oh, I thought you had a Tecate or something.
What nationality are you?
I'm a mutt. I'm mostly Italian, Portuguese. I'm Puerto Rican, Irish, and Indian.
All right.
A little bit of everything.
I'm Irish, Hispanic, and white, but
cool.
Given a chance, after you beat Aldo, how would you do against Floyd Mayweather if y'all fought for the money name?
I would love to fight Floyd in an MMA match.
I think you'd take him down probably, wouldn't you?
I would kill Floyd Mayweather in an MMA match. I'd kill him. Wouldn't even be close.
So you're the undisputed money.
That's right. That's my nickname.
And do you bow hunt, or do you just?
So I love bow hunting, man. I grew up bow hunting since I was a little kid. My dad used to make me these. Do you guys ever ride quads and they have the fiberglass poles that go on the back with the flag on top?
Yeah.
He used to cut them, put little slits in the top, and then bend it and tie a string. And that's what I would use as my bow and arrow. I'd shoot arrows, shoot cans and stuff in the backyard. That's what I grew up doing. But yeah, I bow hunt now. I love it. It's one of my favorite things.
All right. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, man.
Go ahead.
Hey, Chad. Thanks for coming. I have 2 questions for you. What did you learn after your first loss after Aldo? And if you could have a super fight with anybody, who would it be?
My first, the first fight with Aldo, that was a tough one for me. I felt like I went through that entire camp. It was the best I'd ever felt for any fight. I trained so hard for that, and it just sucks because I feel like I didn't get in there and actually get to use any of that training. But, I mean, that's the fight game. Anything can happen at any time. I saw the mistake that I made, and it's something that I've learned from, and it's now embedded in my mind, and hopefully I never make that mistake again. But, like I said, the fight game, anything can happen at any time. These small gloves, we got knees, elbows, kicks, anything. So it's definitely something that we're going to work on. If I fight him again, not going to be making that mistake again.
Okay. And what about the super fight?
If I could fight anybody, it's a tough one. Yeah, let's put this Mayweather fight together. I like that.
All right, thanks for coming.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, Chad.
How's it going?
San Antonio love for you, man.
All right, thank you.
Hey, buddy. As far as the styles that have influenced mixed martial arts, is there something that's gonna, elevate the game, as far as mixed martial arts that you're, trying to bring to your camp, or what do you think's the next big thing?
I don't think there's any type of new techniques or anything like that. I mean, at least nothing that I've really seen. I think the next big thing in MMA is, and we've got a few of them in our camp at Team Alpha Male, is we got guys that are, starting out training full mixed martial arts when they're 6, 7 years old. When I first started, there was no, mixed martial arts training for little kids. It was basically the guys that are just jumping into it that are already fighting, and those are the kids that are going to be scary. Give them 10, 15, 20 more years. I'm trying to get in and get out before they are in this stuff. I mean, we got some killers. We got guys that are, 7 years old that have perfect technique on everything. As soon as they get their strength, they're going to be some scary monsters. So, yeah, I think that's going to be the next big thing in the sport, these guys that are just starting from the beginning.
All right, thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, yeah. Would you ever fight Uriah Faber in a title fight?
That's my teammate, man.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do to get to that title.
So, I mean, I said it before. I hope that I never, ever have to fight one of my buddies, let alone a guy that I pretty much is like my brother. And I'm sure Faber would probably agree to this too. If there was $1 million thrown in front of us,
easy money.
I would probably have to do it. But we'd probably come up with some kind of crazy rule where it would be just like a wrestling match.
Okay, that's called fixing the fight, actually.
Can't do it.
That's called
Can't
Bob
do that.
tapping.
Yeah, so, no, I mean, ultimately, I hope that never happens, but throw a couple million and it might happen.
And you know who's responsible for getting Faber in WC?
Yep.
Or getting,
Well,
excuse me, Mendes, that's right.
One more question, man.
Yep.
I'm sure y'all have cheat meals and stuff. If you hit up your boy Holdsworth to get some of those Juliana Pena enchiladas?
I haven't yet, no, but I've seen pictures of these things, man. They look good. I'm gonna have to hit them up when I get back, cause I mean, I love Mexican food. I love all food, really. There isn't anything I'll try it all.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Hey, I came from Brazil to watch the fights, and
Hey, obrigado.
Thank you.
and I want to know if you have already the level to stand with Aldo, and want to know too how tough it is to fight in Brazil and the crowd and the noisy, if it's different.
Yeah, you know, I think Aldo has some of the best stand-up in mixed martial arts. It's definitely something I'm working to get towards. You know, obviously wrestling is my background. It's something I've been doing my whole life. But, you know, with Dwayne Ludwig in there, you know, the system that he has, I'm feeling like my stand-up has gotten a lot better than the first time we fought. So I do think that I would be able to get in there and hang with them stand-up-wise. You know, and as far as fighting in Brazil, it was definitely a lot harder. You know, it's a long, long flight, and you basically almost lose an entire day of sleep.
Yeah.
You know, so that right there is, you're just trying to catch up from that the whole week that you're there before the fight. The food is a lot different, you know, very high in sodium, I found, which it makes it pretty difficult to lose the last few pounds. So that's always extra work, just kind of drains you a little bit. And then the time difference. I mean, trying to get used to when I can go to sleep, when I have to be up, plus doing all the media stuff like that. So it definitely throws a wrench in it, makes it a little bit more tough. But I mean, I was actually very surprised at how cool the Brazil crowd was to me, you know, especially fighting a guy like Jose Aldo. And I had a lot of fans, a lot of people showing me love. So it was definitely a cool experience. And you know, I'd love to go back to Brazil sometime and meet everyone and hang out again. So.
Yeah, you did it very well, and Aldo really grabbed the cage, but you know, thanks a lot.
Well, thank you, buddy.
Are you Dos Santos or Kane?
Dos Santos, of course.
That was mean.
I had to do it, though.
That was mean.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Oscar. Welcome to
What's up,
Houston,
Oscar?
Texas.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I have two questions. If the UFC cannot give you the title shot of Jose Aldo, will you fight Barao, 135 belts?
So would I go down to 35?
Yes, 135.
I mean, I think if I win this fight, I should be fighting for the title again at 45s anyways. But, you know, like I said earlier, it is definitely something that I would consider doing in the future. Right now, probably not. You know, we got a couple guys that are still fighting at 35s that I think have a chance to win the belt. So, obviously going to let them have their run and let them do their thing. And then, you know, like I said, in the future, if my body allows it, I'm not getting too old and beat up, then it's definitely a possibility.
Okay. And my second question is, can I take a picture with you after the Q&A?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, take care.
Hey, what's up, Chad?
How's it going?
Since Jose Aldo is in talks with the next title fight with Ricardo Llamas, what fight would you rather take? Would you rather take the rematch with Aldo or with Ricardo Llamas, which some people might say is the easier fight for you?
You know, I truly believe that Lamas would be the easier fight for me, but, you know, I don't want that. You know, I want to be the guy to beat Aldo. I want to be the guy to dethrone him. You know, a lot of people say that he's unbeatable, and I think for me, in my mind, and just it's something that I think is more of an accomplishment, would be the guy to, you know, I would rather beat Aldo. You know, he's beat Faber, he's beaten me. You know, it's just, I think it would just be a cool ending to the story.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, what's going on, Chad?
Not much. How you doing?
Not bad, dude. Out of all the people that don't follow me on Twitter, you're one of my favorites. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Man, I got 400 acres out in West Texas.
Done.
Dude, anytime. Our neighbors have another 600, so that's 1,000 acres.
All right.
Anytime you're ready. My question is, with the shampoo and conditioner in one, do you think it's equal parts shampoo and conditioner, or are we kind of getting jobbed?
You know, I've pondered that multiple times. You know, sometimes I start thinking maybe there's more conditioner. But
I think the opposite. I think they're giving us more shampoo because I don't have very much sheen in my hair.
Really? Let me see your hair. Looks pretty shiny
sheeny to me.
It's the lighting.
Oh.
It's got to be the lighting.
It's nice hair, by the way.
Right on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Hey, Chad, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I had
like
two
that
questions
shirt, by
for
the
you.
way.
What?
I like that shirt.
Oh, thank you.
It's a nice
yeah.
shirt.
It's favorite fighter. You're second.
Thank you.
But I wanted to get your opinion on a recent decision that Dana White made to cut Polaris after his win over Mike Pierce and that leg lock that he had. And second, you know, when you're training and then when you're in the actual fight, you know, when you're in the moment, do you tend to hold it a little longer? I mean, do you notice the ref? I mean, do you feel that ban was right?
You know, first off, I got to be honest. I actually did not get a chance to watch that fight. I was out of town and away from television, but I've heard about it. And, you know, I think I'd have to watch the fight to really know, but
it was quick.
I'll tell you this, when you are in a situation like that, especially in the fight, maybe usually not as much in practice, but when you're in that fight, your adrenaline's going. A lot of the times, whether you feel the ref or not, you go for the kill. You feel it there and you go for it. And sometimes that extra punch gets thrown in there, not necessarily on purpose, or you hold the choke or the hold a little bit longer than you should. But that's because, I mean, there's a lot on the line, you know? It's like if I were to let that go and he didn't tap, then I lose the submission. There's a chance that I could possibly lose this fight where I just had it won, you know? And you got bills to pay, you know? You got people, trainers and stuff you got to pay. That's a lot of money you lose out on. So, I mean, I can see that side of it, but then also as far as Dana's side, I mean, if it's kind of a dick move and he's doing it just to hurt people so that, you know, that's just never a cool thing to do. So.
Well, he claimed that submission was the most dangerous in the sport, and I've seen other fighters do chokes and hold them too long. BJ Penn did it before, I mean, way long, and he was never cut. I mean, he's apparently been warned.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, ultimately that's on the mood of Dana White. I mean, if he feels that that was very intentional and just kind of a cruel thing to do, then yeah, he's cut, you know. But I mean, I ultimately it's not up to me, so I don't know.
Gotcha. You know, do yourself a favor and watch his fight before that where he did it too.
I've seen Polaris.
Yeah,
so you've seen him,
and you can tear everything in that leg.
In the gym, you don't even do heel hooks. That's how dangerous they are. Until I practice and you don't do them because they're so dangerous. When you have a guy screaming "stop" and tapping you, believe me, you hear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Cool. Thank you. How's it going?
All right. What's going on, Chad? All right. First of all, love you, Chad.
Thank you.
But Reed, why did the Punk stand us up?
No, he actually.
That's this guy's fault.
Metro PCS had scheduled him inadvertently, and there was just a schedule conflict. He wanted to be here, and we'll probably have him at the next show.
Then some rapid fire for you, Chad. Were you with Joby at Dream?
I was not. I wish I would have been.
What's the biggest buck you ever bagged? You like trot lining? And how's the camp since the first loss, since Bang Bang's up in there?
Biggest buck was probably in the 160. It was a big 5x4 from Wyoming I got. Trout line, never done it. I don't really think we're allowed to do that in California. And then as far as camp goes, you know, it was a tough loss. I think that could have went either way. But you know, this is a sport. There's always going to be winners. There's always going to be losers. So
I think TJ got it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm biased because he's my teammate, but you know, I've heard
outside looking in, he got that.
Yeah, so I mean, I've heard mixed, but you know, TJ's taking it well. He got fight of the night bonus, so that's always a plus. A little bit of extra cash in his pocket, so you know, but it still sucks because that was, you know, he was right on track to get right in there for the title soon, and you know, that's just gonna put a little speed bump in it. But TJ's a tough son of a, and he's you know, he's ornery and he trains harder than anybody else in our gym. So don't count TJ out.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chad.
Yeah.
Reed, glad you're still with us, man.
I'm glad to be here. All right, and then the two people at the end of the lines, you guys are the last question, all right? Thanks. All right, next question from the guy in the orange.
What's up?
What was your best fight?
It's a good question. What was your favorite?
I've never watched it.
Shot to the heart. I'd say probably my last fight was my favorite with Guida. I mean, it sucked because he was my buddy, but that was probably my biggest accomplishment as far as the fight world goes. But, man, you got to watch a fight. Man. Yeah, I'd say Clay Guida. Any other questions?
No.
All right. Thank you.
How's it going, Chad? Thanks for coming out on short notice.
Thank you.
So my question is about Dwayne Bang and Master Thong. I mean, when you guys announced that Dwayne was going to be, I guess the head coach, is that his title? I was really curious to see, what kind of dividends it would reap. And you guys, the winning streak and everything, you guys have all said he's been great so far. So I didn't even know that Master Thong had left. I didn't know until I started seeing him on Tough, and I was just like, wait, he's team alpha male. Why is he over there? So I was kind of curious. What was the decision? Was there any bad blood, and that's why you got rid of him? Is there any bad blood now that he's gone? What's behind all that?
No, there's no bad blood at all. I mean, we still like Master Tong. We're actually going to probably bring him back and work with him. He's great at holding mitts. One of the best, if not the best, I've ever seen. But it's just the language barrier was tough, man. It's hard to really take your game to that next level if you can't communicate with the coach. And when Dwayne came in, we were actually doing like a kind of a team where I would hit mitts with Master Tong. Dwayne would watch and see certain things that needed to change, or he would implement certain things that he wanted to see done. And it was perfect. And I think Master Tong kind of just liked being the head guy and really didn't like there being two guys there, but there was no bad blood. And I know he wanted to get something started on his own here in Texas. So he talked about it a little bit, and I think that's what he's doing now. But yeah, he's still a part of Team Alpha Male. Well, he'll always be a part of Team Alpha Male, and he's probably going to come back probably the next few camps and work with some of the guys. So
cool.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, Chad.
Hello.
I'm sorry for my English, but I'm from Mexico, and
Okay.
it's been a while since I don't practice.
It's pretty good.
Thanks. I've been practice MMA for 1 or 2 months, and many people say, especially men, that this sport is only for men and that it's too violent and everything that for a woman. But what do you think about a woman that starts with MMA or for example, Ronda Rousey?
Yeah, I mean, this is 2013. I mean, women can do whatever the hell they want these days, So it's definitely not just a man's sport. I mean, I would love to work out with Ronda Rousey because I feel like it would be a tough competition for me. She is tough, and
Yes.
that's awesome that you're training. Are you loving it? You
Sorry?
like it? You like it?
Yeah, I love it.
Awesome. Did you have any background in anything before that?
When I practice, I black belt from Aikido
Okay.
and Taekwondo and Kung Fu.
That's good. That's a good
Yeah.
background. But yeah, I mean, I think it's awesome that the women's sport is, it's jumping into the UFC. That is huge for women. I mean, the level that they are competing at now is with men, if not higher. So, I mean, for me, it's awesome to watch these girls go in there and kick the crap out of each other. It's pretty cool. I know there are some people that are saying what you're saying, and I don't think that's very cool, but this is definitely a women's sport also.
Okay, well, thank you.
Yeah.
What's up?
What's up?
I have one question.
Yep.
How did you get your nickname Money?
It's actually a funny story. Earmuffs, children. I'm just kidding. It's not too bad, but. So when I first got to the gym, I had no stand-up training at all. It was basically right after my college career. It was actually the day after I graduated from college. I threw all my stuff in a U-Haul, and I moved up to Sacramento and moved in with Uriah in his spare room and just jumped right into pro practice. and I had no kind of MMA training, just wrestling. So I'm trying to look around to see how everyone's kind of standing, and I'm like, okay. So this is how everyone's doing it. And I was actually southpaw because that's how I wrestled. And so I didn't know how to throw like a technical punch. You know, everything was just haymakers, trying to knock everyone out. And anytime someone would start punching me in the face, I would just blast double leg them onto their back. And so everyone just said, man, that shot is money. You keep taking me down over and over again with it. And then Faber's like, dude, that should be your nickname, Money Shot. And so I'm like, wait a second. And I'm assuming because you guys laugh, you know what a money shot is. For you that don't, look it up. 'Cause I cannot talk about that. But so I had that nickname for a while in the small shows. I was Chad Money Shot Mendes. And I signed with Pepsi and actually got into the WEC, and these guys were like, that's not gonna fly. So we dropped the shot, and now it's money.
Thanks.
Yep.
And you'll notice all the production guys all laughed when he said that, by the way. Thank you.
How's it going?
What's up, Chad?
What's
Money
up?
Shot Mendes. I got two questions. One, being a former state champion wrestler from
Nice.
Texas.
All right. Let me see the
how-
ears.
Huh?
Let me see the ears.
Oh, no, I wore the headgear all the time.
All right.
How hard is it for you to maintain 145? Because that's where I wrestled at 145. How hard is it for you being a grown person, to maintain the weight of 145?
Well, I don't maintain it. I walk around about 160.
Okay.
But throughout my training camp, just from all the training, you know, we're working out 2-3 times a day, you know, 5 days a week, sometimes 6. Just naturally, I get down to about 155, 156. And then I show up to the week of the fight, and I'm usually about 10 over. And I just slowly lose that the 4 or 5 days that I'm here, and then weigh in. So it's actually really easy for me to make 45s. It's, you know, not very hard at all. So, yeah.
I'll never get back there because of my girlfriend and my friend's wife. They cook all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Second question, how do you handle the pressure of going from, you know, just a regular guy training in the gym to this?
You know, it's still actually kind of weird for me. I'm still not 100% used to people wanting to take pictures and come up and want my autograph and stuff. Sometimes I'm like I just had one of my buddies actually fights, wanted to take a picture with me, and I'm like, what? Wait, you fight in the UFC also? But it's just, it's really cool, man. I feel very blessed to be able to do this. This is something that, you know, when I was a little kid, I never dreamed that I'd be standing up on a stage right now talking to all you awesome fans, and you guys actually care what the hell I'm talking about. You know, it's cool for me, and you know, like I said, I feel very blessed to be able to do this, and you know, I'm just a normal person, really. I mean, I do everything everybody else does. It's just kind of weird, but you know, thank you guys.
And can me and my girl and my friends take a picture with you after this?
For sure.
Instagram.
All right, thank you.
Hey, Chad, big fan.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
I was just wondering, did you watch the Jones-Gustafson fight, and how did you score it?
I did, man. That was a tough one to score. That was an exciting-ass fight to watch, first of all. I was in Texas. I forgot about that. I was at Twin Peaks with Uriah, signing for them.
Hell yeah.
That place is awesome. But you know, I can't even remember off the top of my head what I scored each round, but I thought Gustafson got it, man. I mean, it was a very, very close fight, but you know, I thought he eked it out. But you know, you know, me and Faber were talking about this. Both of those guys are so young. They're definitely gonna fight like that probably 3 or 4 more times.
Mm-hmm.
So really, who wins is us. So we get to watch that. So, you know, it was a brutal fight. Both guys, I think, went to the hospital after the fight, and to me, it felt like a Rocky movie watching those two go at it. So it was pretty damn cool.
Awesome. I got one more question
Okay.
for the boss man over there. I was just wondering, I know it's a long shot, but is there any way I could put the belt on Velasquez after he defends the belt?
No. You're asking the wrong guy.
Go ahead. What's up, buddy?
Oh, nothing much. To the other gentleman, is Dana White not coming, or?
No, he'll be here. He's actually already here.
Okay. I mean, is he coming out?
He'll be out at the weigh-ins, yeah.
Oh, just at the weigh-ins, he's not going to be out for the, okay. My second question was, can I get a picture with Dana White?
No.
So that kind of ruined that.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, can I get a picture with Chad? He'll do. That's
Oh,
just-
yeah. Hey, thanks. Thanks, buddy. What's up, man?
What's up, Chad? I was just wondering what your breakdown and analysis is of the main event tonight.
You know, but tonight? You mean tomorrow?
Tomorrow night?
Yeah. I was like, who's fighting tonight? God, these two are very exciting to watch also. I'm gonna have to go with Kane just because he's my bud. He's, you know, I wrestled same time Kane. He was at Arizona State, I was at Cal Poly, so our teams were always clashing. I remember watching that guy and just thinking, how the hell does that guy have better cardio than I do at 125 pounds and he's at heavyweights? It just didn't, you know, it always blew my mind. So the guy's a workhorse, he's a machine, and I'm gonna have to go with him, man.
That'll work.
Yeah. Thank you.
What's up, Chad?
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. I got a request and a question.
All right.
Can you my request is, could you tell Uriah thank you for not coaching the Ultimate Fighter against Frankie Edgar, because BJ Penn's my favorite fighter?
All right, I'll let him know.
Woo! And the next question is, do you see yourself matching up well with BJ at 145?
I don't know if BJ's gonna make 145s.
He brought in Dolce.
I know, but BJ.
He never had a problem making 155.
Yeah, we'll
and
see.
145. Woo!
I'll believe it when I see it.
All right, for sure. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I was with BJ last week. He's thin.
Yeah!
I think he's probably like 160.
All right.
I think he's gonna make it.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to see it happen. I think that's gonna be an awesome fight, but I don't know. It's a lot of weight. All right, take care, buddy. Who's next?
Hey,
You're
Chad.
up, bud.
I really want to win that UFC bag of merchandise. So I contacted Fox Sports 1 to help me with my question. They gave me some data that I can include in my question. What I found out from Fox Sports 1 is that when the females have their elimination fights on season 18 of Ultimate Fighter, they have about 870,000 viewers on those episodes. Yeah. When the males have their elimination fights, they have about 650,000 viewers. So we're looking at about a 200,000 or so viewer difference.
Like I said.
Yeah, so in your opinion, what accounts for that 200,000 viewer difference?
They're sexy. Who doesn't like watching sexy women? Plain and simple, bottom line. I mean, they're tough fighters, but I mean, think about it. When you go to a bar and there's Jello wrestlers. What happens? Everyone swarms. We all like to see it.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, that was a good question, by the way. You might have won.
Right here. What's up, Chad?
What's up, buddy?
My question is, what are your thoughts on Frankie Edgar as a fighter, and what would you think of a title elimination fight between you two guys? Because to me, you are the top two guys in that division as far as Aldo, besides Aldo.
Yeah, I mean, I somewhat agree with that. You know, I think Frankie is a tough fighter. You know, he's been in the sport for a long time, and we've seen him fight the best of the best at 55s. And, you know, he has a huge following, and he's a huge name in the sport. I would love to fight Frankie Edgar. But, I mean, if this fight means, you know, I beat Lentz and I get Aldo next, I'm taking Aldo.
Yeah.
You know, obviously. But, you know, if they think that I need to fight Frankie next, I would love to do it.
Yeah, that'd be a sick fight.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that'd be a great fight for the fans to watch. You know, I think I match up great with him, and I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, all right, appreciate it.
All right.
All right, so listen, you guys remember the Ultimate Fighter 1? The fight was so good we had two winners. Look, this guy comes right up front to get his bag. Look at this.
He's done this before.
All right, he's gonna win. And the kid that's never seen a Chad Mendes fight, stand up, you're a winner. All right.
Yeah. You're gonna watch one now?
Yeah, I did.
All right, thank you.
All right, so listen, we've got a film for you to watch. He'll come down, do some pictures. I need to get your guys' information. Thank you very much, Houston.
Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Have a good one.